Chloe is a great example of the power that young people have when we tap into it and we enable and empower and give them the tools and knowledge. And it is truly, as I said, something that amidst all the bad news that exists in the world, what I see as the future of the environmental movement is one focused on how we all come together. My grandfather, the past, was really about exploration. My father, the next generation, was focused on conservation. But when I look to the future and I think about where we're going and where we need to go, it's really of participation, of all of us coming together, not expecting some savior to come and fix it for us, but recognizing that we're all part of this, and that no matter what we're passionate about, and this is what I'm constantly amazed by the young people we work with, it's not just pursuing science and it's pursuing, as I said, policy. It's starting successful businesses in the blue economy, entrepreneurship. It's broadening the scope of what it means to be an ocean citizen, and a citizen period on this planet. Sunook Yoon is also one of our youth leaders. He's a member of the Youth Leadership Council, and he's the founder of Environmental Droners. He's the creator of the Litter Locator app, and he's based in Washington, D.C., but he's from North Carolina. And amidst all the other things that he does, he's also just learned as a captain of 2 varsity teams, rowing and tennis, amidst everything else that he does. So I wanted Sunook to come up and share a little bit about his work with you all as well. Another perspective on the potential and the power of young people.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sunook Yoon. I am 16 years old, and I'm a junior at Episcopal High School, which is located right outside of DC in Alexandria, Virginia. And my story kind of starts in 7th grade, which is when I always had a passion to make a difference in my community. And I always had these ideas, but going into 8th grade, they really grew. And I really wanted to do something with technology and the environment because they're both 2 things that I really cared about. And so I was thinking about creating robots that would clean trash in rivers by themselves. But then eventually I really wanted to use drones in some way to help the environment. And then I was with my mentor, and then I was telling him about my ideas and how I wanted to create an organization that uses drones to help the environment. And he asked me, why do I want to do this? He said, you could do it for college, you can do it for scholarships, you can do it for recognition. But even though he said all those options, I said, no, that's not why I want to do it. And the real reason I really wanted to create this organization was because I wanted to be involved within my community. And I feel like that mindset has still continued to motivate me and drive me to the person I am today. And with this idea of using drones to help the environment, I entered Earth Echo's Our Echo Challenge, and then in there I placed top 10 in the nation. And I placed top 10 in the nation, where I also received the People's Choice Awards. And after receiving the People's Choice Awards, I had a newfound motivation to really create this organization. But again, as an eighth grader, I was scared. I didn't know really what I was doing. But the thing I kept saying to myself, and what my parents and my dad, who's also in the stands, were saying, was he said, why not? So I decided to just start this organization. And first, we started using drones to film highly polluted areas within our community. And with the footage we posted on social media, we went to government officials, and our main goal was to raise awareness. And then after we did this, we know that the first step of solving a problem is first identifying it. And I'm glad with drones, we were able to identify the trash that was in our communities. But then we really wanted to make another difference. And that's when we started to do cleanups. And we started partnering with organizations from East Carolina University, and then we started creating cleanups, hosting with a lot of businesses and local restaurants. And now to this day, we host one of the biggest cleanups in North Carolina, and we have collected over 5 tons of trash. And that's just from cleanups alone. And also, just like Mr. Philippe Cousteau said, a lot of people think that youth can only do cleanups and all of that. And of course, it's good. Of course, it's great work if you are hosting cleanups, but I wanted to do more. And that's why I partnered with East Carolina University to create an app called the Litter Locator, which is known as the solution to pollution. And basically, it's an app where citizens all over the globe can document litter, and it's a huge database full of trash points from multiple, different countries, and it's designed to help properly document instances of litter across our precious communities. And this was created through a 9-month process. So it was a really long process, but we were able to create an app and get it rolling. And it was really a huge step in the right direction because not only were we able to affect our local community, but we were also able to affect our international community. And then now that we were in this international realm, I knew that different communities have different issues. While my community's biggest issue might be pollution, I know that other people have different social justice issues, such as communities going through wars or floods or anything like that. So then I started teaching students from 7 different countries, which included locations in Greenville, North Carolina, Wilson, North Carolina, Washington, D.C., Alexandria, Virginia, Spain, South Korea, Ukraine, Uganda, Afghanistan, and Cameroon. And I started teaching these students, and I taught them how to pursue their passions and become youth leaders in their communities. Because growing up, I had opportunities like Earth Echo to pursue my passions and to grow my ideas, and I also wanted to be an outlet for other youth. So I started teaching them, and now I've helped grow over 5 different organizations all over the world through mentoring them. And as you can see in one of the photos, I was able to go to South Korea this summer and actually meet the person that I was doing it with, because we do virtual lessons. And I was able to give them a drone. We were able to create chapter organizations too in 4 different locations. And now they also have drones. They film, they raise awareness, they host cleanups. And it's this huge process. And then even through that, I still wanted to do more. So then we started hosting summer camps for underprivileged youth, focusing on physical well-being, health, nutrition, and also we started teaching students how to fly drones. And we donated over 50 drones to a summer camp in Wilson, and we taught them how to fly drones. We gave kids certificates after they figured out how to fly them, and it was just a huge opportunity where I was able to give back to people who don't really have much, because I know that there's so much power lying with youth, and we need to foster it. And that's why I started teaching these students. That's why I was hosting these summer camps. And that's why I continue to do it to this day. And then as I was accepted into the Earth Echo's Youth Leadership Council, I was met with so many different youth that I was able to engage with. And I realized that there's so much power in youth in today's world that goes unnoticed. And even through Bowseed's Future Blue Youth Council, I was able to meet so many different people with so many different ideas. I was able to mentor so many new people, and it was such an amazing experience. And then growing into this school year as a junior, I really wanted to get into political advocacy. And I told Sean Russell of Earth Echo, I told him that I want to get into political advocacy. Can you please help me? And since then, I went to the White House a month after I told him. I went to the White House. I saw the President and the Prime Minister of Australia, and then a few months later, I was there talking with senators and congressmen and representatives from the White House all over the globe, and I was able to talk with them, and even though I was the youngest one there by 30 years, it was still really fun, and as a kid, I was always intimidated by all these adults, but I got used to it. So even when I was there, I was able to use my voice for the better. And then, as you can see, President Biden actually sent me a letter a few weeks ago thanking me for the work I do. And he said, when you talk, adults listen. And I feel like that's a big thing that I've carried on throughout my journey. And it's just the fact that, yes, we will always be overlooked, but I hope that's not the future, because youth have really important things to say and really important opinions. And obviously they can do really big things, just seen at the council and different councils across the globe. And then to all the adults out here, I just wanted to say that it is important to support youth, to invest in youth, and to believe in youth, because I know that a lot of people might think that they're not smart enough for it, they're not mature enough for it. but obviously they are, and they can do these great things. And to all the youth out there, I just wanted to say this phrase that I live by, and it's, life's too short to worry, but long enough to live, laugh, and love. And I feel like Philippe can also justify with this, but another one that I had was that a day that we waste today is the same day that somebody who died yesterday would have wished for. And it's really important that we use every single day to help the world, because we should be grateful that we're here on this planet, and we should be grateful that we have opportunities like this. And I really hope that the future is bright ahead of us. Thank you.
Just two, albeit amazing, examples of the young people that we work with and the future of the ocean. And as you can see, the future is bright. Now, I will say that does not mean as adults we can abdicate our responsibility to build and actively engage in, right now, also building a better world. But I can say that the future of the environment and the ocean for me is one of focusing on education, innovation, and technology, and embracing the natural power that the ocean has to renew itself, because we cannot solve the climate and biodiversity crisis we face in this world today without restoring and protecting the ocean. So thank you.